just need to stop and say, wait, this is not gonna work.
Daniel Mendoza, what's up,
Hey,
man?
hey, Xavier, how are you?
Oh man, I am great. I'm so thankful that you were able to jump on this quick call. So thank you, man.
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
So everyone, we're doing a little small business strategy today. Thanks for everyone just for watching, and I hope that maybe one person can get a real good nugget out of this information. I'm thankful for Daniel Mendoza from Shingles Roof Direct. Daniel's actually the #1 shingles roof installer in Mecklenburg and Union County, so he knows what he's talking about. He's got a lot of experience. You can reach him on the web at shinglesroofdirect.com. And if it's okay with you, man, we're gonna go straight to the questions that the three
Yeah,
questions that we kind of had lined up.
please. Yes,
Nice.
absolutely.
So the first question I'm gonna ask you, Daniel, if you had 3 points of advice that you would give to someone new who has never owned a business before, what would it be?
So I think the most important thing is to know exactly where they want to go. For example, visualize themselves and someone else that is successful, like another business, and then say, okay, this is where I want to be. You know, number two will be find someone that can help them to get there. Find someone that can help you to answer questions and train you or teach you how to do the things. Yeah, you can go online. You can find a lot of training courses about training like sales or marketing or strategies or things like that. And lastly, think about time because starting a business is not it's not gonna bring you freedom. Speaking about time, it's gonna keep you very busy. Like it's a full-time job. You cannot be a corporate owner when you're starting. Like you are building something new, and if you set up, I won't say a goal, but I will say a vision for the future. I think that will be the most important thing as well. One of the three factors, like the mindset, like the reason uh, why you're gonna get there. And if you visualize yourself as a person that can help others, I think that will help you a lot.
So I got get clear on your vision, find a coach
Yeah,
or resources from experienced people, and
correct.
then think about the time, think about your why, and work on yourself.
Correct.
So I love that. I love that. Those are really good. And
Yeah,
it's funny because I was thinking of 3 points that I would give as a small business owner, kind of to someone that just started.
yeah,
And they're different from what you said, but they're still really good. And that's what I love talking to other
yeah.
entrepreneurs and people who have been in business. So if I had to give my 3 points, it would be first, start a corporation. You want to have all the benefits of a tax shelter. So if you're starting to make a profit, think about starting some sort of a corporation. Um, you can get an LLC. There's different kind of corporations, and that leads to my next point. Find a good accountant would be point #2. One of the best advice when I started my business, 12 years ago, I had a customer that I was kind of working with, and he's a country guy, but he was super smart, a millionaire, very intelligent. He's like, Xavier, you need to hire yourself a good accountant, man. You need to talk to
Absolutely.
talk to this lady. And I am so glad I did, because
Yeah,
from the beginning when I started my business, I've done everything on the books. And yeah, you got to pay taxes, and that's a little pain in the behind, but
yeah,
you need to do it, man. You're going to have to pay taxes in business. If you make a profit,
yeah,
eventually you're going to make. And the thing about it, when you start a corporation and you find a good accountant, you find that there's so many write-offs from having a small business. So you see the benefit of actually having a business and some of the fruits of it by starting a corporation. And my third point I would give someone that's never started a business is to think about saving 20% of your income. So what I mean by income is say you had a deal, and the deal you make $5,000. After taking away the cost of whatever the project is, it puts you down, say, to $2,500. I would take 20% off the top of that 2,500 and
Mm-hmm.
tuck it away for savings, for taxes, for grandma's
Yeah.
emergency fund. Um, and what happens is, you notice, as you're saving 20% of your income, with time, you start to build a nice nest egg. But why I like percentages personally from saving and budgeting, it is not a set number. It's based on the percentage of how much you make. So the first year you may not be making a lot, like you said,
Yeah.
but it's only a percentage of your income. And I think the whole key takeaway of it is, don't focus so much on the percentage, but focus on the discipline of saving a little bit out of your profit. That's the question number 2 I'm gonna ask you. What were some of the mistakes you made earlier on that helped you to improve? And what would, explain a little bit about that, the mistakes you made, and how those mistakes, once you made them, how those helped you to improve in the long term.
One of the biggest mistakes is not knowing your numbers and trying to grow. If the numbers shows that your business is not working well, you just need to stop and say, wait, this is not gonna work. I've been working 3 months. I don't see money in my banking account. It seems like I'm collecting checks, but I never have money. And then I have money better when I was working for someone else. Then you're doing the wrong thing. And then you need to stop and review and say what I need to do to do better.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if I think about some of the mistakes I made earlier on in my business, and what I would, how one of the things I would wish I would have done earlier in business, and it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the same thing you're saying, is I wish I would have budgeted sooner.
Yeah.
When I first started the business, I kind of had like a little budgeting system in place. I would have different accounts and I would transfer, but I left so much money on the table from not budgeting. And it doesn't have to be something simple. Like right now, honestly, I have an Excel sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and an Excel sheet, I have all my different categories of expenses. I have my category for savings. I have my category for things I'm investing in. So like I have a payroll category, and I put a little money in the payroll. But I wish, I wish I would have done that 12 years ago, because I would be in a completely different position
Yeah.
than I am now. And
That's,
it's budgeting, is the numbers. Like you said,
I
look
think,
at your numbers.
I think that's the big one, man.
I know you're super busy. One last question, and I'll let you off. I know you have a bunch of installs to do today.
Yeah.
So I
I
got.
have, I have an appointment, by the way.
I
But yeah,
know.
let's finish. Yeah,
What?
absolutely.
Last one. Last one. And what was your biggest fear starting your business, and how did you overcome it?
I think the main fear was like leaving my job to start my business and fail and lose my job. So my biggest fear was like, okay, I have my team, I have my workers, my subcontractors also, and then if I leave my guy, my contractor, my boss, and start my own business, I'm gonna lose that source of work, and I'm not gonna have work, and then probably I'm gonna fail and lose everything I have. I think for some people are like leaving, that wasn't my case, but for some people it's like leaving a secure job and run the risk of starting their own business. Because you're not gonna get that check every week.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be by your own, which is very complicated. And that's the thing. That's why a lot of people don't want to start their own business, because they feel good with what they're making, they feel secure, and they don't want to go into a situation where they run out of money and they don't have a job and then they get broke.
That's good.
How do you overcome? I think my best advice will be like, before you starting your business, whatever you're doing right now, you have a job, keep it up on your job, keep collecting your check every week, and start your own business on your side, on your on weekends, on your spare time, like after hours. Let's say you work from 7, 8 to 3 or 4. Get some additional work after work or doing on the weekends, so you can get that an additional income. You got your check, plus you got your side jobs. Guess what's gonna happen? If you do it that way, I mean, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna be having 2 jobs. You're gonna be super busy. But the thing is, when you do it that way, you are starting another your own business, but without losing your job.
Yes.
And what's gonna happen is, little by little, all those people that you're doing work for, they're gonna refer you with other people. And then you're gonna start getting a lot of calls. And there will be one day that your side job is gonna give you more money than your actual job. And then the answer is, obviously you're gonna know, hey, I'm making more money on my side time than what my boss is paying me. So I think it's about time to quit my job and then go all the way to my business.
I love that. And that's a great
Yeah,
piece of advice that I give people starting a business. I think starting a business, the best way to do is part-time as well.
part time, man.
Because you think about it, you can learn the business on the side. And I 1000% agree with you on that. So I love that you brought that up. And it's funny, one of my biggest fears in starting a business, and sometimes I'll be honest with you, I still have this fear, which keeps me sharp, but is that customers won't come or that customers will leave. And so what I found out with time is that if you really do your best job with each customer individually and really try to do your best with each job as best as you can, and
Yes,
when you mess up, admit, hey, I messed up, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make you
correct.
happy. When you do that, what happens with time over the years, it starts paying dividends because they start recommending customers. More
Yep,
customers recommend customers. Then you start having that recurring revenue from customers without even advertising, just by word of mouth.
yep,
Uh, and so anyone that's watching this, if you're starting a business, if you're fearful, it's normal. We're all fearful that businesses could go. Starting a business is very challenging, but I would, how I overcame that fear is just trying to do the best service I possibly could. And when I mess up, be proactive, admit your flaws, and just keep going forward and always be honest. Just do the best you can, and you'll see how
yep,
things kind of pan out for your favor, God willing. That it's like a dividend. It's like it starts paying dividends over the years, and then it starts compounding. So
yeah.
yeah, so
So,
I agree with you on all the statements you said.
okay.
Daniel, I know you got to jump off here. I know we had a
Yeah,
cutoff.
it's fine.
I want to respect your time.
Yeah, absolutely,
I thank you so much for jumping on this call. Hopefully we can do it again. Get some good
absolutely, man.
advice. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
okay.
so much.
Yeah,
Anyone watching this that wants to reach out to Daniel, maybe you need a roof or any other
yeah.
services he offers, I'm going to share the website on here. It's shinglesroofdirect.com. You see Daniel's good looking self over here on the chat. You can reach out to him whenever you like.
Yeah,
He's really good, honest, and all the things that we talked about, integrity, just a craftsman. Feel free to reach out to him. So,
yeah,
Daniel,
and
I'm
thank you,
sorry.
Xavier. And also, if someone is needing to update the website or start a new website marketing strategies, I mean, Xavier is the guy that you need to reach. He's amazing. He's a professional. I'm sure he can build an amazing website for you guys too.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
man.
you're welcome.
I wasn't expecting that, so I thank you,
Absolutely.
man.
Well,
I thank you, man.
absolutely.
All right, brother. Well,
Okay.
get to your appointment. I know you need to
Yeah.
get off and make that money. So, thank
Okay.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
No, you're welcome, man. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.